Now, will a fancy forge welded bottle opener open your drink any better than the cheap piece of crap you get at the dollar store? Of course not. They all do what they're meant to do. But if that's where your mind goes when you see something like this, you're kind of missing the point. This is about creativity. It's about taking the time to do something, learn some skills, refine some skills, and make something that is truly unique and truly special. For this project, I want to work on the big blue anvil. This is one we haven't seen in a lot of videos. I use it fairly often, but we haven't seen it because when I first set it up, I put it on this really cool fabricated stand that also serves as a great big resonator. And it just keeps on ringing even after you're done hammering. So it's kind of annoying to show in videos, even though I use it in the shop fairly often. As long as you're wearing hearing protection, it really doesn't bother me here. But like I say, annoying to listen to on a video. So with that in mind, today I'm going to see if I can solve that problem in the most simple way. And that is, I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to put some spray foam down in there, that expanding foam you use for sealing up the gaps around doors and windows during installation. Well, another trip to town, 5 cans of foam, and a few days later, I think we may have achieved our goal. That is much quieter, and it does not have that reverberation that the hollow stand had. So this is much better. The tail still rings a little bit. Maybe I'll put another magnet under the tail, but it'll have to be kind of small. But in any case, this is going to be much more pleasant to work around and much more pleasant for you to watch on videos. So let's get back to the project for this video. I'm going to use some 1/4-inch round bar, roughly 6mm round bar, to make the handle and the scroll work for this fancy bottle opener. So the first thing I do is just draw this out to a taper. I've left it long enough that I can hold on to it without tongs, and I'll draw a taper on both ends, then I'll cut it to length so that I can assemble it. This really thin conical horn is ideal for this kind of work, and one of the things I really like about the Big Blue anvil. This has some welding flux that's still stuck to it down inside the curves of the 1/4 inch round. So I'm going to go ahead and soak that in an acid bath overnight. That should get rid of it. Just hot enough to melt the wax. Now, will a fancy forge welded bottle opener open your drink any better than the cheap piece of crap you get at the dollar store? Of course not. They all do what they're meant to do. You can use the edge of the anvil to pop off a bottle top. But if that's where your mind goes when you see something like this, you're kind of missing the point. This is about creativity. It's about taking the time to do something, learn some skills, refine some skills, and make something that is truly unique and truly special. This particular bottle opener will be a gift for one of my Patreon patrons. Now, personally, I would rather have a smaller quantity of nice things that are handmade than a larger quantity of kind of cheap, ordinary, everyday stuff. As long as you don't lose it, this bottle opener is going to be around for many generations to come, and I'm quite happy with the way it came out. Perhaps the scroll work that makes the little heart detail here could have been downsized a little bit, maybe draw these out a little bit thinner so that it's not quite as bulky. But it really is pretty comfortable, and that gives you a nice place for the palm of your hand when you're using it. So all in all, I'm pretty darn happy with the way this bottle opener came out. I would like to encourage you to explore things like this. Again, it's not about the bottle opener, it's about the exercise, it's about building skills, it's about creating unique individual items that you can't get anywhere else. Now, what are my thoughts on quieting down this anvil? Well, I don't think it went as far as I would like it to. It's certainly a lot better, but I think the hollow metal stand just isn't living up to my expectations. I think it's one of the coolest anvil stands I've ever made, and I really like the fact that I can roll it around, and it seems to have plenty of rebound, even up on the wheels. Unfortunately, it's still just a little bit on the loud side, and it's a little bit annoying to work around. So even though this is the most expensive, most time-consuming anvil stand I have ever made, I'm probably going to end up taking the anvil off of this stand, making a nice wooden block stand and remounting it to that, and I'll just have to walk it around the shop or get a dolly if I need to move it. Because in the long run, wooden block stands have always been my favorite form of anvil stand. Now, I always like to tone down the ring on my anvils. It makes it so much more pleasant to be in the shop. If you do that, you often find that you don't feel like you need hearing protection in the shop for most of what you're doing. The downside to that then is that it's really tempting to do things like run the little portable bandsaw, really a loud tool, an angle grinder, power hammer, something else that does produce loud enough sounds to be damaging to your hearing. I have been guilty of that for years, and it has been really hard for me to discipline myself to always keep hearing protection on. I have found what really helps me out is to have hearing protection that is connected to Bluetooth so I can listen to music while I'm working, or maybe a podcast, book on tape, something like that. I find that I really concentrate better on my work when I have something taking up that little part of my brain that would be easily distracted by something over there in the shop. But by listening to the music or the podcast, I actually focus better on what I'm doing at the anvil, and then I always have my hearing protection on when I need it. I've been using IsoTune products off and on for years. I really like their products. So when they offered to send me their new free Aware earbuds, I was really quite excited by this. So these are Bluetooth. They connect to your wireless device. Of course, they go in your ear like any other earbud. And I find that even though these are larger than my other earbuds, they are more comfortable and stay put better. This is the free Aware model, and they allow other shop sounds to come through that are below the level that will damage your hearing. So you can still be aware of the sound of the power hammer. If a die key is starting to get loose and it starts to clank a little bit, you'll know to stop and reset the die key. You'll be able to hear if somebody else comes into the shop instead of completely blocking them out. But whether you like headphones or earbuds, or you like the earpieces on a wired system, IsoTunes is likely to have a product for you. And their Black Friday sale has already commenced. I think they're having a 25% discount site-wide. Use the link in my video description. It'll take you there. You can shop for what you want. Now, they did send me this set of earbuds for free. The other products I paid full price for, but they are not paying to sponsor the video. The link in the description is an affiliate link, and if you use that link, I do get a little bit of a commission on the products that you buy, and that helps support the channel at Black Bear Forge. But for everybody who took the time to watch the video, I really appreciate it. I'd like to give a special shout out to my channel members and my Patreon patrons. Channel members receive early access to the videos right here on YouTube, while Patreon patrons not only receive early access, they receive the videos ad-free over on Patreon, along with the occasional bit of exclusive content over on Patreon. So if you're tired of the ads and the sponsorships here on YouTube, you might want to head over to Patreon and check that out. It's not supported by advertisers, it's supported by viewers like you. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Hope you have time in your day to get out to your shop, make something interesting, but have fun, stay safe, wear your safety glasses and your hearing protection, and I will see you for the next video. Cheers!